there and welcome to Trending, brought to you by Airtel. My name is Kim Opera and I'm here to entertain, inspire and ignite your passion for all things entertainment. So sit back, relax as I take you on this thrilling journey when we come back. Welcome back. Let's get the show started. You know we always bring the best of the best on Trending. And today we have with us a person who goes by the name John Igodaro, but professionally known as Johnny Drille.
Yes.
How are you, my friend?
I saw that coming.
I know.
I'm okay, I'm good. So good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Johnny Drille is grateful.
always grateful.
So yes, everyone knows you as the music all-rounder. When it comes to music, Johnny Drille can do everything from production to
a lot of things, but
I
not
don't know
everything.
like what goes into music production, but I just know that Johnny Drille can do everything. Like, but how did you finally like delve into singing and actually just having your own voice on your records?
Like every other Nigerian artist, church was a very big part of that. And a lot of people don't know, but I was on Project Fame in 2013. I did not make top 10. I did not even win, so not to talk of winning. But for me, it was like the beginning of everything for all of this. I know when I was evicted that night, I knew something was born in me, because it was for the first time in my life, I felt like I lost. I felt like a loser. I felt like I wasn't worth anything. I know that night I made a decision that I was going to become a great person. I was going to become a great musician, a great artist. So it was from then I started doing music professionally. While on the way here, I was just giving memories of the hustle and how I used to, just roam everywhere, just going for interviews and stuff, trying to do free shows and all that. Thinking of it 5 years, 6, 7 years down the line and just how I'm here, having an interview with Kim Opera, life is good, life is good, yeah. God is good.
God is good. One thing about you is you've grown such an original and authentic fan base and community that absolutely love you.
Yeah.
How have you been able to keep in touch with them and, just carrying them on your journey?
First of all, big shout out to the fans. Initially when I started, a lot of people did not think that this style, what this guy did do, taking that far. The fans have been rooting for me 100% all the way. The fans have been with me from as far as 2013 that are still rooting for me till now. First of all, I owe it to the fans because they're able to connect with my music on more personal levels. And they're so proud of my music and they're proud to share it with their friends and their families. I also have a solid team behind me as well. But of course, the fans are number one.
Okay, so tell us why you're always picking on single people.
I don't pick on single people. I'm all for single people. I sympathize with single people. That's not the same as picking on single people.
Like same, potato, eh?
Well, I think being single is a beautiful thing. I think that, for a lot of people, it's a phase of their lives they should 100%, take advantage of and enjoy. Not to do awful things, things that you regret later, but just have, enjoy it while it lasts, because it won't last forever. At some point you want to get with someone. So, but I don't think it's picking on people. I do this thing every February where I have a song called You Are Just Single. So every year I update it. I do like a new version. Last year was You're Just Single. It's not a crime. This year it was You're Still Single. We don't know why.
We don't know
Next
why.
year it'll probably be
you need to stop being single.
Stop being single or something. So we're just having fun, but I'm not picking on them. I'm all for single people.
But have you ever thought of creating a matchmaking show? At your events, like fans tend to always propose.
Yeah.
So do you think it's something that will be viable for you?
Now that you said it, I'm thinking about it.
Yes.
Do I have to come and give you some credit for inspiring?
You probably have to give me some.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
I think it will actually be interesting.
It will be nice.
Yeah.
So you could ask them, why are you single?
Exactly. And maybe
You're still single.
You know what's funny? My last show in Lagos, we had this thing where we had, I've forgotten what they call it, but we had people sit opposite each other that never met before, never had nothing. Just pair them, pick a number, you pick a number. If your numbers tally, you kind of meet and have like a conversation for like 10 minutes. So I can try and make it like a proper big thing.
That's like spin dating, I think. That's
but I don't know if I want to be
called.
responsible for people's relationship if it works.
You're
like
not
it fails.
responsible now. We're all grown adults.
True.
You make amazing music, by the way.
Thank you.
There's something about your songs that can just be very relatable. Is this something that you think of before you produce? Just go with the flow?
Most of the time, kind of get a spark. Like that spark can come from anything. It can be things as mundane as playing video games or your thoughts wandering all over the place. Sometimes it can be a melody, you know, something just ringing in your head. So for me, it can come from anywhere. But most of the time, you really, especially when you've been making music for a while, you have to kind of settle down. You kind of have to be like, okay, today I'm gonna make this, today I'm gonna do this, and just kind of tunnel vision and focus on it and try and get it done. But for me, what's most important is to constantly be excited about making music, because after making 500 songs, you kind of know how it goes. But if you're not excited about creating music, you kind of lose the spark. The music is not as unique or as special as it used to be. That's why a lot of times people feel like when an artist drops the first album, it sounds great, and then when it drops second album, that's great. Third one is not. Sometimes it's just excitement. And for me, it's very important to be able to retain that.
Okay. Well, how do you feel like your music and your sound so far has been impactful on your listeners?
I believe that my music has connected people together, made people loosen up, be receptive to love, to feel loved, to be loved. Because of the kind of things I sing about, people are able to rekindle not just relationships but friendships in their lives. For example, How Are You My Friend? Songs on my most recent album, Home, you know, talks about friendship, family, and just some of those things that are really the most important things in life, like our relationships with friends, the people we love, and just being able to sustain that and let people know that you care about them. So it's those things that might be why it connects to people on a more personal level than just say, just you know, love songs on generally.
Yeah. Like, I'm actually feeling your words. You know?
Johnny Drille,
even the way you
talker.
like smooth. So you've collaborated with the likes of Simi and Ladipo. How would you say, you know, those collaborations have been for your musical journey so far?
The collaboration with Simi, that was a really good one. I remember we recorded back at her place. That was like 2018. This is a very good person to work with, great person to work with, fun person. The session with her happened pretty fast, pretty quickly. And you know, when the song came out, of course, I think at that point people were kind of already expecting a Johnny Drille Simi song. So when he came, everyone was excited. Ladipo is a friend of mine, label mate. We're constantly working together, even if we have a ton of songs that have not come out yet. But we're always working together, and he's a good person as well, very, you know, hands-on.
So I want to actually ask this question, right? It seems like there's this connection that you particularly, I know there's a bunch of artists that are signed under Mavens and Don Jazzy, but there seems to be this connection that you particularly have with Don Jazzy.
Why do people keep saying that? Why does everybody say that?
Who comes up with these ideas? It's just important to know, right?
Yeah.
Because we watching you guys are like, oh my God, they have like such great bromance. It's so nice to see, like, but who actually like sits down and comes up with the ideas that you guys put out?
Both of us, actually. First of all, if you've ever met Jazzy, you know Jazzy is a free spirit. He has no cares in the world. He's free with everyone, he's friendly. That's why it's very easy to work with him. But aside that, he's such an iconic, especially in our industry, he's such an iconic person. He's been there right from, I could say from the beginning of modern Afrobeats, and he's been there through its evolution. He's still been at the top of it all. So there's so much to learn from him, working with him, when you're in a session with him. And sessions with Jazzy happen very quickly. As a matter of fact, I actually spend more time talking or just doing random stuff than even the music itself. The music itself is just like a small, but that happens pretty fast. I'm blessed to be able to have been working with him over the last couple of years, and you know how he's able to create music so effortlessly. Talking about when we wrote How Are You My Friend together. Yes, we wrote How Are You My Friend together. As a matter of fact, the idea itself was actually his idea. He hit me up randomly one time. I think I traveled and then got back, and he was like, yo, you in town, come by the studio. I've got this idea. And then I go by the studio, and it's this beautiful song. And you know, we recorded pretty much the whole song that day. And even Believe Me as well, working with him on Believe Me, he produced Believe Me. Yes, Jazzy. Sorry, I can keep going on about Jazzy.
Yeah.
He's an amazing person.
But did you see How Are You My Friend blowing up the way it did? Did you think it would have that much impact?
Quite honest, you really don't know until it happens.
Until it happens.
Sometimes you're like, like, you know, there's some artists when they want to release it, I'll be like, my next hit track.
Yes.
My hit track is coming out next. There's even artists, I call it hit track. You know, so a lot of people have such a confidence in their songs. You know, this is a hit song. And then it comes out and we're like, nah, you know, and then there's a song you release, so, you know, like that, and then people are like, everyone goes crazy about it. And then Calm Down, for example. It's not like it's a great song. It's an awesome song. But you would never have thought another couple of months down the line, it'd be like the third biggest song in the world, right?
Yeah.
But it's doing great things. It's doing amazing things. And big shout out to Rema, such an amazingly talented person. But the thing is, sometimes you really can't tell. We knew it was a great song. It was a song a lot of people would connect with, but we probably don't think it would be like as big as it is. And it's still growing in other parts of Africa. East Africa is only now just picking up on the song. It's like #1 song in Sierra Leone. We did not expect it, but we're grateful that people connected with the song.
Yeah, but would you say it went with the trend of like, because I think at first we had like people come out with Bianca, and then Who's Your Guy, then we had How Are You My Friend. Did that trend somehow influence?
So How Are You My Friend came out before these songs, I believe. I didn't follow the timeline, but I think How Are You My Friend came out before these songs. I think for How Are You My Friend, the inspiration behind it was Jazzy had just lost his mom, like a couple of weeks prior. And I guess maybe this was his own way of talking about it, because a lot of people were reaching out to him that he had not heard from in like years. So everyone's reaching out, you know, just kind of hitting that almost. I actually have this many friends that I haven't spoken to in so long. But I also think that we're also in pretty tough times, you know. Economy is crazy. A lot of people are having it hard. A lot of people going through things in their lives that, you know, sometimes they don't feel comfortable sharing about them. Most times you see people on social media just share all the good stuff, all the nice parts of their lives, but nobody talks about the other things that you know, that they're going through. And I guess maybe that's why people have been able to connect with songs like this, like songs like People by Bianca, How Are You My Friend, you know, like you said, Who's Your Guy. You know, people just want to feel like people care for them, or you know, there's someone that genuinely thinks
genuinely has their side.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. On a lighter note, how does it feel like to be Osas Igadaro's cousin? Because that question because up until recently I didn't know you guys were related. Yeah. Until this year. Do people actually know that? I don't think you guys are actually cousins.
So let's put it like this. Related, right?
Oh, okay.
But I've adopted Osas as my cousin. Okay. I don't care what anybody thinks. I've adopted Osas because we kind of share the same surnames. Yeah. Every now and then we'll tease ourselves and be like, hey, cousin.
Oh, okay.
And so it's become like this thing. I wanted to go and trace family lineage, right? But I don't really care. Osas is my cousin for all I care. The world should hear this right now. Osas Ighodaro, John Ighodaro's cousin. Yeah. Official.
So let's talk about your relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're married.
Who said that?
Well,
are you asking me or you're telling me?
I'm finding it like in between. It's like a question, but it's also like, I kind of know you're married, but I'm not sure if you're married.
Okay, so is that still
word on the streets though?
A word on the street. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you asking me to deny or confirm it?
To confirm it.
To confirm. It's true. So in other words, you're telling me that I'm married.
Are you married?
Has anybody seen my wife? If I am married?
No, it's just a question. It's not about if they've seen you.
Well, my name is Johnny Drille, first of all. I'm a singer-songwriter.
Anybody that does all this rigmarole around these questions.
I've got beautiful people in my life. I've got my beautiful family. I've got my mom, my dad. I've got my cousin Osas.
Yes,
I've got my new friend, Kim Oprah. You know, so many beautiful women in my life. Yes. And that's really all that matters.
Preach. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done for now.
So we're going to put a pause on if he's married or not. It's like somewhere in between. We're not too sure, but there might be a yes somewhere. It's okay.
I've got women in my life.
If that goes. All right. So can you tell us on what you've been working on so far? Yeah. And what we should be expecting from you for the next part of 2023?
Things are on the road. I've been working on a new project. We'll be out at some point this year. Of course, more live shows, by God's grace, we're gonna have the first so I have this yearly show I do every year. It's called Journalism Live. This year it will be the 5th edition. We had 4 editions so far. There's a clip from the most recent one that's kind of going viral, where I was doing Lego House and Live for Rent. Anyways, we're having the 5th edition this year, but we're also doing the first ever UK version of it. So we're gonna announce that soon. But I'm very excited about that. I've always wanted to do a John and Drille headline show in the UK. So that's gonna happen. It's definitely happening this year. So yeah, so it's a lot of exciting things down the line.
Oh yes, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you. I mean, we all know that it's not for your own genre. It's not been so easy, to push it. Thank God for consistency.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna go on a short break and we'll be right back. It's a wrap for today's episode on Trending, brought to you by Airtel. I hope you've had an amazing time. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms. On Instagram, it's at official HIPTV. On Twitter and YouTube, it's at HIPTV. Till we see again next time, my name is Kim Opera, and don't forget to keep it moving.